want to beat me up over it. So here we go, paiN Gaming taking on EXTREMUM.com as we get ready to head into this one. It's paiN with a T-side start and already a lot of movement over here towards ramp. Jacob doesn't realize it, but they've slipped the net. They're up past him, and this is weird now. He starts to consider it and does eventually fall on back, but EXTREMUM are very, very heavily stacked over towards, you know, B and mid for the most part. Looking like they wanted to play off the early sound. Well, now they will start to bring players back over here towards A, and just in the nick of time, too.
Oh, the re-aggressions is so dangerous, man. No flash either, just trying to catch him off guard, crunching him. Big Azera takes that first. As a trade, lovely shots from Azza, but low on ammo. Gratisfaction tries to re-aggress, and that's when the short player catches him up close. Glocks reign supreme in this round, despite Azza's best efforts. 2-on-3, not out of the woods yet though. They are taking control of the site. Smoke coming down from Hardzao, and Tech goes in as Liaz goes over. Got to care that short play. He's out wide. Liaz doesn't know. Potentially 4x3 there, but Tech jumps over the top, and this CZ one mag might just get it done. No ammo. He's got a single bullet. He needs to trade out. PKL's already scampering away, grabbing what gun he can, but Tech looking to do the same. He's dropped his weapon. He's found a USP. But gotta press E, gotta grab it, pick it up, and try and lock in the round. He could have won it right there. Oh no, behind the boxes rather. The X-ray eludes you, but with the shot elude Bentet. They both trade tags, no armor, both low. Time ticking, and Bentet's dead. It's PKL to win the round with 4.
Yeah, beautiful round out of PKL there, man. And, you know, as far as eye tests go, this is going to be a real good one, right? paiN, not a team to sleep on. I want to draw a lot of attention to one guy here in Safe. Incredible AWP players. The numbers, rather, that this guy is able to put up is just remarkable. Like, I'm so excited to get to watch him. And him versus Gratisfaction, oh, man, that is going to be something to behold. It's another one of these fast plays for a couple over towards the bottom of ramp, just making noise, making sure they keep these EXTREMUM players here. But the real bulk of the push coming out through middle from PKL and Big Zera. Zera at the back, PKL at the front, and they're looking to play the trade game. They catch Azza out in no man's land. PKL has been able to convert that kill to Liaz, who was attempting to swing and help his captain, but instead, you've ended up not only losing mid control, you've lost B as well, and so the mid to B split well and truly afoot now. They don't even come over middle. Instead, they just play around that bomb from mid to deny the rotations. And Jacob and Azza are left saving.
Yeah, you know, this is at least a really good map for a BO1 because both these teams love Vertigo. And you talk about Safe, this guy, the AWP, on A side, CT side, playing towards short, going for these audacious art-esque picks, peeking down bottom A. Like, we're going to see a lot of that in the second half. That's really exciting. And EXTREMUM, they've always played this map. So it's, you know, it's a nice balance as much as Mike wants a bit of D2. We're not getting it, mate. None in CIS. And well, surely eventually in NA, but not yet. Not today. paiN bringing exactly that 5 alive with a 2-0 start. Just that one Deagle save. And so it's an eco for EXTREMUM as they wait for the loss bonus to kick in. And Grat already saving for the AWP. Going to be bringing that in nice and soon.
Mate, whenever we cast these NA games, it dawns on me like, man, I really do just love NA Counter-Strike. Because it's like...
Yeah, NA Counter-Strike, a Brazilian team versus an Oceanic team.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? They're in the NA RMR, Hugos. If you want to be pedantic
I'm
about
only
it,
trolling.
Like, you know,
it's fine.
You get what I mean? Like, I love the teams that are represented within this region, then I'll say, if you're going to be that specific. Because every single time I want to go, oh, but you know me, I love this team. And then I realize I'm just saying that about all of them. But I don't do that. I don't do that when we get CIS. I don't do that when I get E.
Oh, wait, you saying you hate CIS teams?
I don't think those were my words. That's like a Twitter response.
Yeah,
you
pretty
can say
much.
like, yeah, man. Oh,
but you like X? Does that mean you hate Y?
Oh.
You can't have one without the other. As a Deagle and Armor, but both of them gone. And it's paiN, keeping it clean, dealing with that aggressive A peak. Yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with liking two things. It's actually approved. I'll stamp it. I'll seal it. I'll sign it.
Nice, man. That's very generous
Yeah.
of you as the guy who decides everything.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
Grat's bringing the AWP out, Hugo, but he doesn't have Safe to go up against. It's a bit of a bonus round out of paiN Gaming. And Gratisfaction wanting to get stuck in with the AWP early. Ooh. He does get stuck, but he drops the in.
Yeah, through this smoke as it blooms as well. It's a very crazy peak. Still holding bottom A. paiN retake middle in the mid round. They know that this is weak as EXTREMUM have stacked up on the A side. B player is now tasked with watching mid as well, but they're not really holding mid. It's just been watching it from the back of CT, playing safe, dealing with the con climb. paiN can just walk into B right now, and Bentet would be able to do nothing about it. Leading all the way back to spawn. And at this point, are you thinking about saving it for EXTREMUM? This is quite a gamble that Nekkers is faking out fully, throwing in utility with so much room. Oh my goodness, Safe, that's CS timing 101. Turns away, Bentet peeks him. And now, with a 4-on-4, suddenly you're interested. EXTREMUM going to start to poke their head into the B-bomb site. But the flank is being held, and if that goes down, if Bentet dies on the forefront, maybe you just give this one up. However, that's not a death, that's a kill. That's a death.
Wow.
Analysis.
Here's Bentet leading the charge. Does open up with the first, but bigazera doesn't want to let you get back in. He slams the door shut on EXTREMUM and even knifes the bodies to rub a bit of salt in the wound. How very nice of him. Salt is a natural disinfectant, so yeah.
Stings though, man.
It doth sting.
Can't feel the sting when you're dead, at least. paiN Gaming, 4-0 up. Reassuring start from this T side, right? Especially considering, you know, we still don't know where to place EXTREMUM. Yes, they wrecked ATK. You know, that shouldn't be a shocking result. It's what Liquid are doing right now in the same vein. So it's can they do it against some of the more proven teams, some of the better teams, and some of the teams that have really been on the grind, such as paiN, as of late out in NA, getting some really nice results these last few months, ever since the previous RMR, have gone a lot better for them. So, yeah, true test for EXTREMUM, and they've been put to it. Gratisfaction, only a USP as the AWP, but your eco rounds are never fun. You don't get to buy a mag like Azza, although money could be made if the shots are hit. Grat uses smoke. And now paiN just waiting, but they're ready to go. 4 up on A. Flank being held. No pressure.
Yeah, PKL currently flawless as well. So that's always interesting to keep an eye on. This is all a bit of a bait setup for Az's Mag 7 to get away with absolute murder. Quite a price on each head with that gun. And so now with Grat dead on the short side, you're hoping that that funnels them into the shotgun. Azza up close, blinded by the flash, goes back in, the Mag 7, oh, I always say it, both the best and worst gun at the same time. The Deagles have come through though, and Jacob locks it in. Gets that over the line, my oh my.
Dude, the inspect animation almost lets Jacob down there as well, almost blocks that bottom player, but the Mag Deagle combo, maybe one's nerfed, but enough damage between the two to well, paiN thin. And that's an eco win for EXTREMUM. They have players on USPs and they run away with it. Now the double up immediately comes out. No hesitation, no respect. Bentet's joining Grat. And do we have another one of these crazy A peaks? No, he's just going to go towards the sandbags, play it safer. But a little more fast A take for paiN this time. They move up ramp. Hardzao lurking B, trying to get something going, but he's up against an AWP, and that can be very difficult without utility supporting. Jacob's pushed back, and at a certain point you might want to leave short. Nades and mollies are commonplace in this position, but walking the smoke is optimistic for Nekkers. 5-on-4. Azza still wants to fight for the ramp. There's maybe a backpack being seen or a read from Grat. He's shooting through the yellow, not to connect. Safe gets up short, and now Grat's in hot water. Azza backing up, can't make it further. Safe doesn't just need the AWP, he's got it done with a rifle. Gratz has fallen off the map, and this has gone from bad to worse.
Oh, Leah's going to have to come in huge with just a spam through the smoke. They get up short again on the side of paiN. The flash they're throwing does keep blinding them. It hasn't really punished them yet, but I'm nervous, right? Like, even in the Mag 7 round, while it blinded Azza, it also blinded the guys trying to kill Azza. And just then it blinded them as well. It hasn't come back to punish them at all yet. But just something to note. That is a bit of a wonky flash, it looks like. paiN and Liaz just looking to save. paiN immediately back on the board. That's in spite of Jacob's opener.
Ooh. The save is tenuous. Creepy crawlies coming in from below, and the transfer won't work. It's paiN's got to hit this shot. Flicking up. Uh-oh. Should just be fine. Living in the back of B, although knife out. Oh, thank goodness. One gun kept on for EXTREMUM, but paiN, man, they may lose to the pistols. They don't make that mistake again. Save. A travesty on that A site, right? Not just getting past the orb. Like, Grat's wallbangs are dead on there as well, but he gets right past him. He entries onto Jacob, who started with the 5-on-4, and then he just destroys Azza in the middle of the bomb site. Clinical shots. Grat has his next AWP provided by Liaz. We have more ramp takes for EXTREMUM, but paiN not really in a rush. Even when they get on ramp early, they're not, overstepping the mark. They know EXTREMUM have been putting players here, have been often peeking down, so they're very patient. Wait for the kills to come to you, and if they don't, that's when you can begin to move up and molly off this short player.
Satisfaction hasn't had the easiest of times with this orb, so you're hoping he can get stuck in soon. Nothing presents itself yet. Jacob showing he's been more than willing to throw himself into gunfights. Is looking to play around this weird little short smoke, the one way that's been dropped. Gratisfaction will nail Neckers and take him out of the round. That orb finally finding its footing, and you still have this second man, Jacob, who's been waiting at ramp for a chance to strike. paiN all in on the A play, whether they like it or not, and that kill onto Jacob is certainly going to help out. Grat knows he's in hot water. If he falls, this A bomb site is left wide open. So he's under a lot of pressure. He's responsible for a lot. And even though Liaz has come rotating in, you still need this short player to get away with something. Grat pushing up ahead. That could have been his moment, but instead it's Hardzao starting to take ownership of this A bomb site. They've called for the rotation out of paiN's AWP. They're trying to jiggle it, and the jiggle not even needed. Don't need to bait the shot out. PKL just beats them to it, and he goes on to find his 10th in the game so far. 6-1 for paiN, and this is looking like a very scary team they go up against.
So well regimented on this A site, right? Like, they're so patient, and eventually they keep getting, the better of the draw when EXTREMUM come and face them on ramp. They are worse, like trade 1-for-1. I also love that double molly setup. They throw a deep one behind short, and Grat's just basically sat there stuck in the choke point with the orb. They know about it because he got that earlier pick onto Neckers, and instead of just facing him there where you have him, they throw another molly onto Grat. That forces him to run back through his own Molotov. He doesn't die, or their first Molotov. He doesn't die, but he takes 50 health, and then he's still trapped at yellow. He wants to reaggress, and they just kill him. And PKL lights out shots, not just the first one to paiN, but the spray to Liaz too. Mwah. Perfect. This is a really good game out of paiN right now. They've done their homework on these A takes, and EXTREMUM are not getting the better end of the stick. Just Eagles, but that was what they won their first round with, their only round. And of course, with it now being eco, paiN just spread out. They spread thin and they set up holding for aggressive moves. There is one towards ladder. Azza's crossed in. They seem aware, I say that. They actually lose a couple of lives. Azza, coming out of nowhere, does get cleaned up. But 2-for-1 with an armorless CZ is a damn good way to start. Get those guns out.
Yeah, this could spiral, right? Even with the 3-on-3 reclaimed, Neck is still a vulnerability. The Deagle of Jacob can't live up to the same expectations it set last time, and in the blink of an eye, it is just Liaz left. Now, two of these boys are very, very low, and that's the two that are looking to make their way in towards B now. Big Azera, the only guy with health left to spare. This Deagle not going easy on paiN Gaming. Liaz is worried about Big Azera's lurk up through A. He's concerned about it. But that's not the case. He rejoined these boys over at ramp, and now Liaz spots both of them. He has the info as to where they are. The Eagle, not his friend right now, can't find a thing. Big Azera's getting close as well, playing up close on the generators. Neckers spam down. This could still get out of hand, but Neckers is able to win that head-to-head. At 8 points of health, he trumps the Deagle and puts 7 on the board for paiN.
Neckers must have eaten 5 Deagle shots in that round, and he didn't die, man. Use Deagle, it can hurt. A lot of wall banks, a lot of corner shots, leg hits with that gun, but he eats them all up. And he still sits wide right at the end there as well. As I love that. He's 4x3, but he's looking in the middle of his screen, and that means he can react to either side, just flick. Sees a ladder player, gets the headshot, goes back to aggress mid. It's all for nothing, man. You need rounds at this point, even though ecos and getting them into 1v1s are nice, or 1v2s. It's not enough. You need to capitalize on that damage, or paiN are going to continue to build. We've not even got them a breaking point. Orb up for Grat, smoked out again. Azza with nades ready to dunk. I want to get caught. No gun out. Jacob, oh my goodness, Azza caught out. And Neck is going back, but now Jacob moves in for the kill, and he doesn't need to. Azza's taking the frag. Grat trades safe on short, 2-on-3 now. paiN, they're not out of the woods. They can still win this one. Hardzao walking up towards B, but he's making noise now on the metal, and they should hear that. Turns? No, not aware, not ready.
No.
And now paiN have crafted a path into B.
Yeah, these other players are both coming in on a ramp flank. Gratis faction and Azza retaking this one from B stairs, and eventually paiN are going to start to consider it, right? This is terrifying. This is not what you wanted. You needed Buntet to get away with something. Oh, they're not looking. Hardzao crouched out in the open. They still don't know where this second man is, and so Big Azera is concerned about the late mid retake. They are both at ramp, but they only know about one of them. Crossing in, bomb planted for Big Azera to try and deny. They're on it, they're sticking it. He needs to get them off the bomb, and he will. Running out of time now. Azza taps it, but it hasn't baited the full commit. Knife out. Oh my, he's getting shagged, he's getting stabbed, and that's how paiN Gaming managed to find and craft a 2-on-3.
Oh my goodness, everyone does it. Everyone discounts the B stairs, both sides, both teams, and still the spam to the smoke. Big Azera converts it. The knife as well, insult to injury. It's not just knifing dead bodies, Harry. He's getting them where they stand. That's got to hurt for Extreme.
This is a reckoning, bro. Like, oh.
It's a beating.
You know, while they've been out of the, when they've been out, the officials, paiN have been on the grind, man.
That is true, right? And EXTREMUM, yeah, they may have played a couple of games here and there in EU, but it's not like they're exactly super well practiced, and not even the tier 1s in EU. Obviously, the prac is definitely there, the scrims are available, but in terms of officials, you know, it's not been tier 1.
The ace, bro.
He's cracked. He's tearing them up, and he might get it, but JKM's too far away. Takes down Neckers. Unless everyone, you know, lets him run all the way to mid, it's going to be safe to close, but no complaining.
This is really nice, though. And, you know, PKL, he's someone who's been around in the Brazilian scene for a long old while now. And it feels crazy to say, like, when you think about how many BR squads he's been in, you know, even some with guys like Neckers in times gone by. I think that was Luminosity. Mate, like, he's been around for a long old while. Hasn't attended a major, and so, you know, this probably means a hell of a lot, especially to someone like him, let alone the young and hungry players that you've also got in this squad, or you know, lesser experienced. Meanwhile, for EXTREMUM, like, you know, this roster, it was kind of a given that you were going to get to see them represent in Australia at majors.
Yeah, always have been, right? Typically through just those, you know, like in the past, right? The going home for the Aussie spots back when we had the minor system, and like that always felt like a free one for them. Then going back to NA, and it still didn't even harm them there. But this is the true test right now. paiN running back up A. This time a bit of a pacey one as well. As they're going to meet them there with a spam. He's stuck in the Molotov, and he can't even see that he's burning alive. Grat does cook Neckers. All leg shot to safe, and now an orb's been dropped. He's low. He may as well. It is a bit out in the open. Nade to try and finish the job is not going to hit him. Meanwhile, you're waiting for hard up. paiN's running a rotator mid, and the late lurk that has been there in so many of these rounds is, again, not considered by paiN. He's been getting caught with pants down, around his ankles. And Liaz is looking back to A, wishingly, optimistically, while B gets overwhelmed. At this point, you probably save Grat's AWP and you get out of there alive, but it's consolidation prize in a 10-1 scoreline.
Hey, we've had some technical setbacks that maybe threw the schedule off a bit. paiN Gaming, they're like, don't worry, we got you boys. They're looking to return us to schedule by dominating EXTREMUM. And mate, like, the scariest part is, for me, is like back when this was the old 100 Thieves squad, you know, like, yeah, you're missing JKS, but paiN's no slouch. This guy's incredible. This was like one of the go-to maps for 100 Thieves, especially during, you know, 2020, during that online era. They always were able to give teams a run for their money here, right? Even back when, like, oh
no, oh no.
Oh,
Jumped up, that's so
managed
smart.
to survive.
He smoked bottom sandbag, and then jumped on top with the flat. Everyone's blind. They're just shooting the smoke. That's cool.
You know, that's a pretty small consolidation of this scoreline, right?
You've shot down the cans at the carny. You know, you've taken back a goldfish in a bag. It's gonna die in 2 days. Sorry to break it to you.
Jesus. Yeah, well. And what I was saying is that, you know, out in NA, whenever we saw them in 2020, they were even able to give teams like Fury, who at that point were dominating, a run for their money here. Liquid as well, they didn't mind playing it against them. And that's just like credit to paiN for this looking so damn good.
Yeah, it's been these A-ramp assaults, right? These have been like the deciding rounds. Sure, they've been, you know, good at resetting a lot, and they've always had this, or a lot of the time they've had a 3-1-1 or a 4-1. And they've had, you know, B and a mid player defaulting and lurking on their own and holding for aggression. It's not like EXTREMUM have fed on flanks, but they've always lost this A-ramp fight. paiN have had really good utility. They've been waiting for the repeaks and they've been getting them. And even when they get ramp, like sometimes they'll just kill a rotate and they'll just double back into B. So, oh dear, a wallbang. That was the one gun. Grat gone. Jacob responds with the deagle, but he's overwhelmed. Again, it's this double face that's in your face seemingly every round. The mag, second try at it. How will it fare?
Yeah, last time he did 93. This time, even less. 2 shots off, and he brings safe down to 21 points of health. The molly caught by paiN, but they hear that. They hound him down. Liaz, 1v4 to deny 11. As good as this guy is, this would have to be something else. He's got 1 to his name, make it a double. They're looking to swing him together, though, and they put a stop to that clutch attempt. 11 on the board for paiN.
There's just no downside, is there? There's no takeaway. There's no bad thing. There's nothing that you could exploit if you're EXTREMUM that's going well for you that you can try and repeat. paiN have had the answer every single time. Every player is fragging, getting multi-kill rounds out of all the boys. Safe had to go through that smoke. Looks crazy, but Liaz naded default, and Safe was 20 health off of the mag, so he either stands still and dies to nade, or he pushes through and maybe gets that kill. Would have been scary if that was what gave you the 1v4, but not today. Clutch is only coming through for paiN. Neck is back up on ramp. Ooh.
Yeah, not the best nade, but it's fine. You know, you're allowed to miss a nade at 11-1.
No one's going to hold that against
I'm kind of devastated because we've been bigging up Safe's up. We're not even going to get to see it.
It's just been
He only wants to bring it out in that CT half, and there might not even be a CT half. Graz faction will deliver the opening kill. Finally something for EXTREMUM to go off of.
And we're going to reset B, and there's only one guy there. So, paiN, good luck. Don't get mollied. He does have a smoke. A quick peek for paiN at least. Does in the herd, 5-on-3, and Safe gets the entry. Why AWP when you can do things like that consistently as well? paiN now low, has to preemptively drop the smoke, try and draw some attention away as Asa covers across. EXTREMUM finally locking a gun round, holding it down on the B-bomb site. In what was a 4v5, paiN lose that first man. With ramp cleared out, EXTREMUM knew what was coming.
even if you manage, you know, a full-on recovery of what is left in this half, it does not give you enough room. It's not comfortable. It would take something remarkable out of EXTREMUM, and thus far we haven't really seen an ability to be remarkable. Say, finally bringing an AWP into play. Let's see why we've been talking about this guy then. Keep your eyes peeled. Hardzow opens up with a smoke kill to paiN. A little rough. That was over here towards B, playing this one-way smoke at the bottom of B ramp. It's triggered an early rotation out of Liaz. And maybe it's triggered all of Australia in the process. There's Safe getting bested by Gratz, or make it a double for Gratisfaction. Oh, a third! He's locking in all the kills. Ramp finally has someone to rein it in for EXTREMUM, and it's Grat taking them all the way to the bank. Hardzow 1v3, 50 seconds. Time is the only thing on this guy's side right now.
Chaser shots through the smoke, getting scared. Grat, he loves to spam this yellow as well. Hardzow gonna walk up. They don't know how deep this guy's gotten. He's got a good timing. Grat's reaggressing, holding short now. And so you shouldn't expect this round to fall apart, but timing could be weird as it takes the angle instead and the spray won't connect. So it's EXTREMUM just getting the scraps, mate, picking up what's left under the kitchen table. 3 rounds, but like you said, even 4's not enough. Seemingly, you would feel that paiN would have it in them. And that's maybe where the experience shows through. I don't want to set this up as a comeback. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like paiN are in full control. And a couple of AWP rounds out of Grat. Typically, he's been getting headshot immediately. So it's more like it for EXTREMUM. But is it even something you can repeat? Because really, you've not seen a lot even, you know, in terms of early round, it has just been, you know, 3 or 4 on A ramp and winning out that fight for paiN. So are they going to stray away from that? Maybe do a faster mid to B? You know, paiN's been solo B to start a lot of these rounds. The conditioning of these AAA attacks. Not really even seen what mid has to offer in the early round. You could really spice things up if you wanted to.
Yeah, and you know, this
kind of buy.
That's what I was about to say, right? Like with the kind of investment you're going to get to have, it would make a lot of sense. I'm inclined to agree with you. You know, you've been going for these kind of slower paced rounds over towards ramp. Well, this is your chance to play something a little bit faster, and no one would be able to really rag on you for it. No one could blame you. Fake play over towards ramp, right, with that deep smoke thrown out. It's all to give the illusion that, oh, we could have pushed up behind it. EXTREMUM do have 2 players in mid, and one of them is already leaning over towards B. Azza, he's like, nah, something doesn't feel right about this. Something doesn't feel right. And that little inkling, that little feeling is right on for Azza. Him and paiN, they're able to pick up the first couple. paiN with a double. And now Big Azera and Safi left to try and get paiN out of trouble. The flash is good. Safe's dead, and only Big Azera left standing. paiN gonna take him down with a hat-trick, and so it is that 4-11 half. But is that gonna be enough for EXTREMUM?
Esquerda. Mais um esquerda. Vamos, caralho.
One left.
Não tá, né?
Tá, deu clique agora.
Linda, caralho. Vai, Vertigo. Matei?
Nice. Opponent. Nice hold. Nice frags, fellas.
for any Aussies who showed up hoping to see EXTREMUM play. Thus far, you've only seen paiN. 11-4 at the end of that first half. They're leading the charge on the side of paiN Gaming. EXTREMUM have got their work cut out for them if they want to come back in the second half.
A lot of utility. We get to see what EXTREMUM have been cooking up in that kitchen, but will paiN's A ramp hold on the city side be any better? Not so far. PKL dinked immediately down to 1, and Liaz runs amok. It's going to have to be a full retake setup. We've got double nades. Will EXTREMUM fake the bomb plot? Many teams do that, or will they just go for the quick stick? That could cost them. Nades aren't in yet, though, but Tet dodges them. Very slow on the utility. paiN was set up for that, but I don't know what went wrong. Oh my goodness, through the smoke. Optimistic at best in a 5-on-5, and they're still fighting for the site. Instead of giving it up, these Glocks are somehow tearing through. paiN down a man, but still within shot. Picked up another, and they run down Neckers. That's certainly one way to get it done. It looks crazy until it's not.
Yeah, I can't say. You know, I've seen many a T-side approach it like that before, but EXTREMUM always down to give us something to marvel at, always giving a, you know, a fun game of CS to watch. They run through their wall of smokes. Like Liaz is the sacrificial lamb, like the guinea pig. They go, yeah, man, now we're all coming through, don't worry. Yeah. And then he just runs in.
See you later.
Yeah, oh, damn, actually I was flashed, you know.
Sorry.
Save for the peak.
Right now.
Tet already up the short side, and EXTREMUM are just running down this A bomb site. They don't look like they have the patience to wait around. Now begins the waiting around.
Not for long though. Double smokes in yet again. bigazero drops his to try and fight inside of them. Stay in position. Smoke spam for the scout, finding no connections. Yep, you'll hear those fleshy tags, and through the smoke, Grak goes over the top of the boxes, and he even shoots his teammate on the way out. Everyone gets involved with the guns. And it's nice and clean so far for EXTREMUM. 5-7. How good is it really, though? Not that. Odds out, then running at you, jumping through the sky, and Jacob trades. Clean anti-force, now the anti-eco. It's going to get easier before it gets hard. The calm before the storm, Harry.
I gotta say, it's kind of enticing that they being EXTREMUM have come into this second half and like almost look like they didn't just get bodied in the first. Like, you know, they're like running at you with no respect, and not how I thought we would see them approach it.
Ooh. See, my only thing about this is whipping it out. Like, as soon as you do it in a game, you immediately condition your opponent to check it every round. And whipping out a pistol round, even if you get this 5-on-4, there's just a very little hope that you're going to convert the round. Maybe they check it anyway. Grat looks up, but wrong timing. And that's a crazy run boost. And they both ran the same direction by accident. It's got that synergy, man. Team play. But yeah, now EXTREMUM are going to check that every round. I love pulling that out in the first gun or something, or even late in the game, but doing it on this round feels like a waste. But I guess on the flip side of that is like you get to see if they check it, and they sort of half-assed the check. They looked up. You still fired first. But now at least there's confirmation there. Maybe you won't pull that out again. It's a very risky play. If someone sees you, they can spam out the bottom man. But yeah, like you just said, very confident display from EXTREMUM in these few T rounds we've had to see. And again, might be a very different story when those guns come out, when we see paiN use utility on the A ramp, have those set mollies over crane, take short with flashes. Because this does feel like one of the games, considering how much that first half was focused on these A-ramp fights. I don't think that's going to stop. I imagine it's just a battle of ramp right now. Let's see if paiN have any ideas on how to solve this, if it's going to continue in the way that it's been going.
Yeah, we still don't get to see that AWP out for safe. You know, only got one over in the T half. Hoping it's a little more prominent here in the CT side, but the money wasn't there yet. Fast up towards ramp again, out of EXTREMUM. Hell, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Gratisfaction, he is a broken man. Shut down on that push over towards the top of ramp. The nade even finds Jacob, but it goes both ways. Nekiz over the top of this smoke. No one is even considering it, and Nekiz has just stolen the round away. Liaz dead. And paiN immediately, you know, the rifles come out and they are in with a round. They put a stop to that no respect A ramp rush. EXTREMUM sent packing. Surely they don't go back to that again.
Damn, yeah, already a better sight, right? Like, when did EXTREMUM ever win a CT round on the ramp in the first 20 seconds, right? Even when they would win the early engagements there, it often had to come back to B retakes or late A recommits, and EXTREMUM respecting. No respect out of paiN either, and it's been a banging game so far. EXTREMUM, they won't want to fight through this time. Instead, it's the guns coming to them. biggazera looking like he wants to go through the smoke. Right on the other side, the molly. Oh, it double bounces. Very unfortunate for EXTREMUM, but he left position anyway.
Oh, nade stack.
Boom. That's a big...
Damn, Grat, that is rough. Guy hasn't even seen an opponent yet, and he's already down to 23 points of health. Much slower round out of EXTREMUM. They learned the hard way that these fast rounds, you know, weren't their friend in the rifles. After getting that man advantage, can they take it one step further? The MP9 of biggazera will get out of danger. Lives to fight another day, and ramp is being taken slowly but surely. Now they employ the boost again.
Right. Yeah, sure. Oh, who's checking it? Not Jacob. Oh, yeah, you want a clean kill. Guarantee it as you get out. You never stay on for more than one.
Oh, they're already up and didn't look aware. Safe now trapped in at default. He is a dead man, and Azza and Liaz will open up this A bomb site. Bomb now going down, and EXTREMUM giving this everything they've got.
I'm scratching my chin, Harry. This is interesting. Suddenly not such a one-sided game after all. We're getting more from EXTREMUM. Getting what we wished we had in that first half. paiN. Tail between their legs, tuck and leave. Waiting for an AWP to come through in the future. It can. That's the one benefit of this save. Rebuying with 4 out of 5 rifles full. You may have shut down the fast A play, but a bit of a slower approach out of EXTREMUM with a man up, and they get it done.
I do love the response, though. Like, you know when that boost's been employed, that those players are going to briefly be, like, out of position as they try to scramble back. And a lot of teams, I think, would have slowed down there, but not Azza. He goes, well, actually, you know, I know they're going to have to be retreating. No one's going to be up on the boost. It feels like, you know, this is pretty much the A-hold right here. And so he just runs it up into the site. Him and Liaz go together. And they lock that round in. Lovely little response, lovely little protocol on the back of C and the boost. Nekiz misses the timing, will still lock the kill in. And so it's an early man advantage gained for paiN.
It's a flip side now. All right, that was very scary. Looking the wrong way, but no one will punish him as he runs back through the smoke, and they're going to throw out the little Nafany smoke to feign an A attack. But with ramp being held by biggazera, even though he's tucked right now, he's going to have a bit more info that this is not an A play. All it takes is one little check, one little wiggle, and suddenly you're confirmed that B is the likely objective. Util coming down, good timing on that smoke. A could be big. It's not bad at all. It's going to soften up these targets as they run on in. The AWP already making some noise. PKL lets him into the bomb site, but they're about to swoop back in with some flashbangs. Quick smoke in front of Jens. Harzal takes one at the gap angle for safe. Finds Gratisfaction's AWP. You're not getting out of this one, EXTREMUM. They're coming for you whether you like it or not.
Oh, they're throwing boosts in. They're rushing you down. There is nowhere to hide. And that is a hell of a collapse onto the B bomb site. Not a single kill for EXTREMUM, even though they're given the room to get that bomb planted. They're trapped in a cage of their own making, and I almost love the approach out of paiN there, right? Like, they throw the boost up. While they're boosting, they've got players with SMGs charging in. And so, you know, the attention of the guys in the site isn't, you know, no one's going, oh, well, they might boost here. Everyone's panicking about that MP9 running them down and just spamming away. Lovely shot for Safe as well, holding that pixel angle, right? Like, you saw it from Grat's point of view. It is not an easy shot to hit for either party. But it's Safe locking it in.
It's going to hype you back up if you're paiN, right? Maybe you feel like this was slipping through your fingers a little bit, some lost rounds, some fast A attacks, some disrespect out of EXTREMUM, and, you know, coming back in with a flawless round like that. Winning the A fight, getting out alive, making the read, it's B early. And a bit of reassurance there. As now the double orb comes in, none for Grat. Did not have the money for it. Actually, sorry, no, he could have. paiN could have bought it, so just by choice here for EXTREMUM, but double AWP for paiN. It's going to make things very weird indeed. Safe taking his towards that A site. Hard's out looking for a B pick. Flashed off early. Got some nade stacks ready on ramp. But EXTREMUM, they've been tainted by these aggressive rounds. They're going to go again and slow take the A ramp. That front side smoke to get the room to get up short. But look at the utility flying down as a response. Even that Molly nade combo is going to delay a short take. bigazera can pick his spot and pick it wisely. Neck is playing on the edge. This is a ballsy call, and he's going to jump in the face of Gratisfaction. Oh. It almost worked, but almost no prizes for it. bigazera has to get back alive, and a man down with that Molotov might even force him through it. Uh-oh. Grat will live. And Safe goes over the top in a very dangerous way.
Yeah, but this is classic Safe, man. His name is almost ironic because he can be the least safe player in terms of how he approaches the game at times. He is going to get swung by a lot of bodies here. Like this, I don't see a world where you get more than one, and even that. Oh, Safe, he's managed to drop into the site. Safe, how's he managed this? 2 in the round. Grat out through the short side. Will have the drop maybe on Safe, but he's starting to consider it. He's starting to piece 2 and 2 together. Grat crossing over. Oh. It's all getting a little bit weird with the smoke down. He's hoping he can find a way back in, but they're not giving Grat a damn thing. Bomb now retrieved. Grat might need to tap it to force a peek out of one of these orbs. They're not giving it to him, and there's PKL with the lock-in. 14 on the board for paiN, and Safe had no business getting away with a double there.
bigazera doubles up as well. Like, that's what actually helps out Safe a lot. Like, he's getting shot, but then the players trying to kill him also go down in the fight. But even getting back up, re-peeking, and killing another. And then I love that from paiN. Even though in that 3-on-1, they have 2 guys ready to trade with orbs in Ellie in sight, and they're about to, you know, they see Grat on default, they're about to peek him, and then PKL makes a call, now just back up, chill. I'm walking ramp flank, he came from B, he walked all the way around, and then they just fall out, boosting an elevator, not fighting at all. They let PKL clean it up, and they keep their guns. Nice clean round, and the money ain't good for EXTREMUM to save. paiN, lovely entry, and he takes down the AWP as well. That bolt was not pulled in time, but Safe's is. Trades paiN, the one rifle gone, Liaz has retrieved an AWP, but almost. If Safe stuck with the first angle, he might have had that. It's a reset round. I like this. Gratisfaction's taken A fully. He just walked through the bomb site. My goodness, this would have looked like a mega bait if his team all died, but instead it's the mega brain as Grat's behind enemy lines.
Oh my. Oh, that's Safe dead, and now an AWP in Grat's hands. He can't quite find the double, but Liaz will secure one on the AWP. The nades knock him out, and so it's a 1v1 to decide how many more legs this EXTREMUM comeback has on it. Azza wrapping around to short, playing around the bomb. bigazera having to try and piece this one together, and as he clears the short side, he will spot Azza crossing to ramp. Now that he knows he needs to win this fight, Azza just won't give it to him, but the nade that's been retrieved, it's so much damage. Now running in, Azza with the tag, but bigazera, is there time? It's very, very close. This decides so much, and it's down to the final couple of milliseconds, but paiN get it over the line, 15 to their name. and now just one away from closing out this game.
I mean, it was only half for EXTREMUM. It's only a little bit of money, but that hurts to lose as well. Great clutch to close. And it's just very uncomfortable all through. But take out the double entry out onto B, and EXTREMUM still double back. Like, what a move for Grat to even just completely walk up A out of the start of the round on his own with a PT50 and no armor. That's a crazy play. But it works to at least get a plant. It gives you that bonus money, but paiN are on the precipice of a closer. One more ought to do it, and more than enough chances too. Safe back to middle now. He's been on A lot with this AWP. Oh dear, checking wide. Looks back in time and gets out after one. It's going to give them middle. Take it, Jacob. It's all yours, but you're not going anywhere with it. Nekkers has even cleaned up Grat in the meantime, and Safe waits for Dry Peaks to come his way. They're all moving in one by one. They tumble. Dominoes down, and as of the final one to fall, it's going to be the AWP. Of course, it's Safe to close with a no-scope, and that is it for